What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and Fallout 76 just received an update, and Bethesda recently put up a post over on their website with the patch notes relating to this. So that is what we're going to be covering in this video today. Now, as I'm recording this video, Fallout 76 is currently down for maintenance, and of course to get this update, up and running smoothly as well. Hopefully by the time it's up, the servers are back up, and if they are back up, I should have another video coming out for you guys later today. There is a couple of more things I do have to record for it, but basically a very cool mystery has kind of been solved, and you do get some cool stuff from it. So again, if the servers do go back up later today, expect another video coming out very soon as well. But anyway, enough of that, let's jump back into these patch notes. And going over to Bethesda's website here, this will also be linked in the description below for you guys as well. It starts off by saying, our latest patch for Fallout 76 brings additional performance and stability improvements and many bug fixes to the game. Read on for details about everything that's coming to the game with today's patch. And that begins with the general category. It states here, performance. Several issues have been addressed to resolve hitches during gameplay and other performance issues. The next one in this category is stability. It states the Fallout 76 game client and servers have received additional stability improvements. And then on the Xbox, they basically fixed an issue that could lead to instability on certain menus. So pretty much just some general performance and stability improvements there. Hopefully they're noticeable. I have noticed that with every single Fallout 76 update, the performance does get a lot better each time. And hopefully this fixes a lot of the server crashing issues, because I've had servers crash on me quite a few times in this game. I even saw a video on YouTube of someone launching 3 nukes at the same time, and that completely destroyed the server. So I think it's good that they are trying to improve on this and fix all of those server and performance issues. Anyway, moving on to the bug fixes now. This is based on art and graphics first. It states, ambient occlusion, placed items no longer leave behind shadow outlines after being picked up. I really didn't even notice that, to be honest, but moving on again. Something for the camera here, the game camera now pans more smoothly when the player enters furniture. And then for graphics, it states, the cover of the Tesla Science Magazine issue 9 no longer appears solid red on pickup or when inspected. Again, this is something that I didn't really notice. But one thing I do want to mention here in terms of bug fixes, I've run into several bugs where I'm literally stuck going into a terminal or a cooking station for a ridiculously long time, just literally stuck in the animation, unable to do anything. That's one bug fix you need to get on Bethesda very quickly, because that can be very annoying. But besides that, moving on again, for bug fixes we have enemies, and for general enemies it says, fixed an issue in which some enemies could chase the player farther than intended. And then a big one here, which is loot, and ghoul and scorched officers now correctly drop new code pieces upon being killed by a player. And hopefully this permanently fixes it too. I can't tell you how many times I've killed those ghoul officers with the nuke codes on them, and they just haven't even dropped a nuke code. So that is a good bug fix there from Bethesda. Moving on to the camp, workshops and crafting section. For blueprints, it says they fixed an issue that could cause blueprints to break into smaller parts after logging out and back in to Fallout 76. Didn't really run into an issue like that myself, but it is good that they have fixed that. The next one is plans, and it states, paints applied to power armor during the Fallout 76 beta will now appear correctly on the items that were painted, and those paints can now correctly be applied to additional sets of power armor as well. And then for repair, it says, fixed an issue that could cause an item to return to a broken state after being repaired. And then we have 2 more categories in the bug fixes section. We have quests, Bureau of Tourism, the Prickett's Fort token dispenser can now be repaired, and players can no longer walk through it. Just a simple quest fix there. And onto the next section now, which is PvP, pacifist mode. Players with the pacifist mode enabled who engage in PvP by contesting a workshop owned by another player will now correctly deal full damage to that player as long as they remain hostile. For respawn, choosing the respawn option after dying during PvP combat will now correctly clear any active hostile status towards other players. That's actually a really good one there, and something that did actually bother me to an extent when that was actually happening. The Seek Revenge cap rewards will now display correctly when choosing the Seek Revenge respawn option after being killed by another player. And in relation to Seek Revenge again, when targeted by another player who is seeking revenge, the reward amount will now display the correct number of caps that can be earned by killing that player. And for the final thing, we have user interface, and it states languages. Korean fonts will now be displayed correctly in game menus. For hotkeys, the take photo hotkey can no longer be rebound and is now tied to the spacebar on PC and the A button on controllers. For hotkeys again, they fixed an issue that could cause the take snapshot button in photo mode to display an incorrect hotkey. They also fixed an issue that could cause players to disappear from each other's social menus if two players each sent a friend invite to one another. And the last one is fixed an issue that prevented newly equipped player icons from displaying to other players in the social menu. And that's pretty much it for this patch notes and this update. However, I do want to bring you guys back to another post they put up on their website again, detailing some future updates they have planned for this game. It states upcoming fixes before the end of this year. As you can see, it states the first one is the November the 19th patch, in which they're pretty much stating that the focus is primarily on game performance and stability fixes. And then the next one is great. We are getting a stash limit increase. They state here, "We hear you loud and clear. We will be increasing the stash limit in the coming week," so this will be in one of the future updates quite soon, hopefully. "The current limit is there for technical reasons, to cap the number of items the game is tracking in the world, including every container and stash. We do believe we have some ideas in both the short and long term that will address the size without risking stability, but this is one we need to take our time on to make sure it's done right." And this is something that, in my opinion, is completely needed. I just feel like 400 stash base is just, quite frankly, not enough. I find myself using the excavator power armor a lot for the extra 100 weight as well. Whilst my stash is already completely full, I do have to keep like managing it and, you know, cutting down on the ammo I'm putting in there, cutting down on the junk I'm putting in there, kind of dropping them on the floor and just almost letting them go to waste because I literally have nowhere else to put them. So hopefully, you know, whatever way they go about this, hopefully it's really good in terms of the stash limit. They're also adding a push to talk for PC as well. This is something that's really good in general. A lot of people don't like the fact that, you know, when you're not in a team, your microphone is just constantly on and you have to go into the menus physically to turn it off. In general, push to talk is just really great, and it will be a good feature as well when it comes to the game. They're also adding ultra wide support for PC as well in a future update. And the last thing is the FOV slider for PC. A lot of people have been asking for a field of view slider in this game, and in general it's a great feature for any game to have. So I'm looking forward to when this will come to the game as well, and I'm assuming that all of these will be added in a huge update again in coming weeks, so that is something for you guys to look out for as well. And that's pretty much it for the video. Just wanted to go over some of the patch notes and some of Bethesda's plans in regards to future updates on the game. If you enjoyed this video today, be sure to leave a like down below. Your support, of course, is always greatly appreciated on the channel. Again, if the servers do go back up here shortly, or by the time this video is up, I should have another video coming out in roughly 2 to 4 hours after this one, so stay tuned for that. It is a very, very interesting video where you guys can get your hands on some rare stuff as well. Subscribe if you guys are new around, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.